just gross.
You're right. It is gross.
Not to mention it's pathetic. And the worst part is, that little girl, that's somebody's daughter up there.
Hey, lady! Shut up!
What is up, Space Pirates? This is your Admiral, the reasonably ruthless Dr. Disaster. And in recent years, gamers have been starved for female characters who don't look like hideous hags. So, when a character like Ayane comes out in Ninja Gaiden 4, to no one's surprise, the gaming community collectively says,
I love you!
The push against having a character design like Ayane in the gaming industry has been immense. For example, earlier this year, the remastered version of the game Ninja Gaiden 2 Black was released, and both Xbox and PlayStation released the same exact trailer for this game, but if you look at this image here, you will notice that the PlayStation version is a few seconds longer than the Xbox version. It didn't take long for internet sleuths to figure out that this was because the Xbox version cut out all the images of the female characters because they were wearing clothes that the feminist sewer creatures at the company clearly decided were inappropriate.
My problem is that I hate men, you know?
I know.
Infamously, a year and a half ago, these guidelines here were made public from Xbox, where they talk about how they don't want curvy female characters in their games on their platform because somehow that's supposed to be damaging to women. Instead, they push for female characters in their studios to look like this. One of the freaking ogres from Shrek.
Get the fuck out of my sight before I demolish you.
Yeah, that Perfect Dark game got cancelled because nobody wants to play as a Joanna Dark that looks like that. But Xbox isn't the only one to push for this. Intergalactic: The Heretic Prophet is being released under the Sony banner, and these sorts of games have gotten a shitload of backlash because they are trying hard to make games that they think that females will want to play. But you want to know what's really funny about Ayane from Ninja Gaiden 4? Her design in that game with this fan service outfit was actually designed by a woman. In fact, it was this woman here. It turns out that everyone, even females, want female characters that look like this. So, for anyone out there who wants to argue against this, guess what?
You don't get to tell this boy what to do anymore.
Alright, me hearties, make sure that you hit the like button on this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I've had a lot of people tell me that they've been unwillingly unsubscribed to the channel, so make sure you check on that, and also, give me a follow over on X, where my handle is Dr. Disaster1, and if you feel like supporting the channel and helping keep the lights on, consider becoming a member for as little as $5 per month. But alrighty, let's take a look at this person who designed the outfit for Ayane in Ninja Gaiden 4. This news here has been all over my timeline on social media for the past day or so. If we look at this profile that they are showing off in this tweet, it says here that this is Tomoko Nishi. It says, after joining Platinum Games in 2011 and working on The Wonderful 101 as an environment artist, she worked on various titles as a concept artist. She contributed work and provided original illustrations for the picture book section in Nier Automata, and was in charge of the character design and overall visuals of Bayonetta Origins: Syriza and the Lost Demon. In her latest work, Ninja Gaiden 4, she supervised the overall visuals of the game as art director and personally handled a number of the character designs. So yeah, it turns out that she was responsible for Ayane, which at first blush, the feminist screeching harpies would certainly want to call GOONER material. But we have been saying for a long time in these spaces that if you design a female character and you want her to be actually popular, you need to make certain that she doesn't look ugly. You don't have to like this fact. You can argue that it's immoral and it should change. You can argue that all you want, but the truth is, a female character should be someone that men like to look at, and it should be a character that women want to cosplay as. Because here's the thing with that, have you ever seen anyone cosplay as that ugly chick from Star Wars Outlaws? Have you ever seen anyone cosplay as the chick from that upcoming Fable game? No, of course you haven't seen that, because cosplaying as those characters would defeat the whole damn purpose of why they're doing it. Girls who cosplay do it because they want to look cute. That is why Marathon from Bungie is going to flop when it finally releases. These characters here are homely and weird as hell, guys don't like looking at it, and girls do not want to cosplay as them. Video game characters are supposed to be idealized versions of humans, which is why you get the big masculine dudes like Marcus Phoenix as the male main characters in games. That being said, there has been this huge push for feminist slop in games where they insert so-called normal looking characters in entertainment for female characters so that it doesn't hurt the feelings of the 300-pound blue-haired land whales who can't stand the idea that they do not fit traditional beauty standards. And the industry follows after the whims of these people because of bogus crap like this being spread around. The Game Awards told everyone in this tweet here that 48% of gamers are women. But if you look at this study where that information came from, it tells you that they are counting people who play on mobile. So yes, if you're counting my grandma who likes to play solitaire on her phone when she's waiting at the doctor's office, if you count her as a gamer the same as me, someone who plays hours upon hours of games on my consoles, on my PC, then sure, I imagine that there is a roughly 50-50 split if you count someone like that the same as you count someone like me. But I'm going to bring up the survey that I always use when we cover this sort of topic, but this was put out by Nintendo. They were asking users to provide data so they could understand their demographics better of the people who play their games, and 86% of the respondents were male, and only 11% were female. And that sort of a skew is not accidental. That doesn't happen unless there is a massive difference in the count between these two groups. They sent this survey out, Nintendo that is, sent out this survey to 600,000 people, and these are the numbers that came back. That is a staggering, overwhelming dominance of males in the industry. So, with that in mind, it makes sense that Ayane would be designed as she is in Ninja Gaiden 4. Now, sadly, the game is not being marketed at all. I have yet to see a single ad pop up for this game, despite the fact that it comes out in a week or so. It isn't being pushed by game journalists, it isn't being hyped, despite the fact that it's a well-known franchise with a storied name. The thing is, it seems likely to me that Microsoft is kind of ashamed of the game, because it goes against their guidelines with the female characters. If you look at the Steam charts, they have barely cracked into the top 150 sellers on the Steam platform with this game. Ninja Gaiden 4 looks destined to have a pretty small launch, but I would urge all of you to at least check out reviews for the game when it comes out, because the developers don't seem to go along with the progressive orthodoxy that has infested the rest of the industry, and it's worth supporting a game like that if the game ends up being good. But I'm gonna leave it there. Drop your contempt for the developers who push ugly designs into the comment section below, and we will talk there. Thanks for watching, me hearties. If you haven't already, your Admiral is inviting you to subscribe to the channel and become a part of the crew. Life as a space pirate may not be glamorous, but there's always plenty of booty.